check. Check, 1 2 1 2. Check, mic check. Yes, crew. What is going on and what is going down? Welcome back to another live. Oh, do you know what? That is actually such a shame. Let me see if I can alter that. Where would you want to see my camera? Because there's a little like MC Noble watermark, and I think if I'm rightly to I don't know if if I large screen it, it goes smaller. I'll leave the camera here for now, but I don't know if it's gonna like just sort of like affect seeing me. I could potentially try and move it, but I don't want to get in the way of all the sort of like project parts, and we are already sort of taking up a little bit of room on the screen there, even though I've got it quite small. And also, I do apologise if I'm not sort of like totally facing the camera, and if it looks like I'm sort of talking a little bit to a side. I'll try and look at the camera where, when and where I can, but I can't, because of where the camera is, I can't look at the camera and look at my screen at the same time. So welcome back to another FL studio stream, and it's been a while since I've done one of these. I attempted to do one a couple of weeks back, and halfway through I believe the connection, it just went. So I decided just to scrap it, and I never got back round to hopping back on, if you like, and having another crack at it. But I've started working on this new donk tune, and it's in early stages at the moment, and it's more just a little bit of a bass tune, sort of like, so I put sort of a few things in place, but there's like some sounds and things that aren't completely to obviously how I want them. But I've been working on this tune, and I think I started it on. I can't remember when I started it. I think I either started it Thursday or Friday. I think it was maybe Friday, maybe not Friday, maybe Saturday when I started this tune. To be honest, I can't fully remember when I started it, but all I know is that I come across a vocal that I was very happy with. It was something for me that stuck in my mind, and I thought, do you know what? I actually want this I want to use this vocal, and I want to work with it. And it's a resung vocal of a classic track that was originally done in the 80s by, I think, was it Taylor Dane or something like that. She did a track called Tell It To My Heart. And then for all you sort of clubbers and ravers out there, a well-known Clubland singer called Kelly Lorena did a version of it in the early 2000s, which was kind of like a big sort of Clubland hit. And then I think there was a guy called Club Tech. Let me just go and have a quick little look. So Q Club, that was it. So Q Club did a version, Tell It To My Heart, as well. And this was more kind of like a house version of the tune itself. So I found these vocals that had been re-sung, and I think there's a guy who actually did these vocals. There was a guy who actually redid the song himself not too long back, and it kind of like wasn't too bad, and I think it kind of got like house remixed and like house bootlegged, if you like, and it's got a really good feel to it. It's got a really good feel to it, and I just wanted to work with this tune, so I started playing around and putting a few bits together, and the rest is sort of history. But it's like I say, we don't even have the full track at the moment. It's just something that I sort of started working on, and it was just something that I was working on it, and it's something that I just know that it's going to work out, and I know it'll be a good song if we keep working at it. Because sometimes I work on things, and my original idea turns out to maybe, I don't like it as much as I maybe originally did. So obviously, you know, sometimes I, you know, like leave projects alone for a while if I don't really know what I'm sort of like, what I want to do with them, etc. And then sometimes I'll come back to them, or sometimes they'll just, you know, they'll get forever left. Dead in the Water. So this is a Donk remix of Tell It To My Heart. So I'll give you a little preview. You can tell me what you think, and then I'll explain sort of some of my ideas for this song. And obviously there's, you know, everything's not totally right, and there is a melody just over here, just right here. Where is it? Here it is. It is actually out of key. It's not completely in key, but you know, I need to sort the key out and stuff like that. But you know, I've just sort of put the basics down. So I'm going to give you a little preview. Have a little listen. Let me know what you think, and we'll take it from there.
Is this really love or just a game?
I feel the night explode when we're together. Emotional overload and the heat of pleasure. Take me, I'm yours, into your arms. Never let me go. Tonight I really need to know. Tell it to my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. Is this really love or just a game? Tell it to my heart. I can feel my body rock every time you call my name. Tell it to my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. Is this really love or just a game? Tell it to my heart. I can feel my body rock every time you call my name.
Is this really love or just a game?
The passion's so complete, it's never ending. As long as I receive the message you're sending, body to body, soul to soul, always feel you near. So see the words I long to hear. Tell it to my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. Is this really love or just a game? Tell it to my heart. I can feel my body rock every time you call my name. Tell it to my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. Is this really love or just a game? Tell it to my heart. I can feel my body rock every time you call my name.
And there we have it, people. So that's what I've got so far. So obviously, this little melody here that you hear. So this. just needs like a little bit of adjusting to almost like fit with the melody. But this is a remix of Tell It to My Heart. So myself and the Layman, we're going to do this one. I've sort of like not passed the idea on to him, but I've sort of shown him the idea and said, look, I've got this vocal, we should work with it. And there's definitely like a nice little sort of like project here to start working on, which is really good. So this is what I've sort of been working on at the moment. This is another absolute belter of a tune at the moment, and like I said, there's just a few things that need adjusting on it, and obviously the rest of the track needs building and stuff like that. But I put the bass down, and I really like it. So what I'll do is I'll load up the other project that I was going to show you last time when we had the sort of like internet issue. But look at all these like tunes that just never went anywhere. There's a CRW I Feel Love Noble remix, and then someone actually did a really belting remix of this, so I just decided to leave it alone. Sometimes there's just tunes that they just come out and then they just take the sort of like storm, and you just think, do you know what, they've done it, I'm gonna leave it. Emanation Street, that was just a little bit of fun. Emmerdale Core remix. Every time I see the girl, everything is alright. Face Down, there was a few different things. There was a Green Eyes tune I was working on, a little hardcore thing that I never actually finished properly. Didn't sound too bad, but it wasn't the best. I found a lover. That's been done now, so I'm gonna sit that one to bed. Someone else did it. They did it justice, actually. I found You Donk. This is something I want to work on. I don't know where to take it. I've got I had the first sort of like idea for it, and I'm kind of like blank at the moment of what to do next. So I've got Love on my mind. I think this is something else that I never finished, but then I used this vocal again. I just can't get enough. This was something that just, for me, it just, I don't think, again, I ever finished it. I think I just learned how to write the MIDI for it. So I just, I wrote the melody for it. And I think that was literally what I did. I was blown away. That was something that I wanted to do. It was a hardcore tune. And it actually doesn't sound too bad. It just needs a little bit of adjusting to it. So I do want to go back and finish that. So that'll be good. Ian Carey Gets Shaky. Again, this is something that I do want to finish as well. You can't see these, by the way. You can only see my FL screen. I've just remembered that. But I've got loads of projects, basically. Horny Donk was just something I started, and then the vocal just wasn't really working for me. In and Out of My Lizard, that's something that I do want to work on as well. That is something that's in very early stages. In and Out of My Lizard. It was a tune I wanted to do, so I just sort of very basically put the basics down for the tune. It's over now. I don't think I ever will do anything with that lady. Hear Me Tonight. So we'll get on to the new one. Well, the newish one that I want to show you. It's somewhere down here. It's in the. Here we are. The Lover That You Are. So it'll load up. So just give it a second or so to load up. It takes a while when there's so many different samples and sections to a song. Sometimes, depending on the size of the file, it takes ages to load. I remember once I did a mashup mix. I made it all in FL. It was a full hour long, and that took 10 minutes to load the project up. So this is my remix of The Lover That You Are. Now, I'm 99.9% happy with this. I think it's just case of maybe a few little finishing touches. I have played it in a few live streams when I've been mixing, just to see if I get any feedback from it. But at the moment, it's just a case of letting my friend listen to it, see if there's anything he wants to change or something he thinks we can add. and then it'll be one to tick off, it'll be one to complete. But it's good. It just takes a classic tune that I've loved for years. I tried to recreate the melody from the original and put it into like a donk tune, and the vocal just works really well. It's got good features to it, and the track itself is about 5 to 6 minutes long, so it's like your typical sort of full-length donk tune. And I'll give you a little preview. You can let me know what you think. and that is the tune. So that was obviously the mix out. You'd have your next donk coming in. You know, you'd be at your mix point by then. So obviously, this is the lover that you are. So I've loved this tune for years. It was a tune that I completely forgot about, and then just out of accidentalness, I was just browsing for some house tunes years ago, and it came up. It got recommended, and you know when you haven't heard something for so long, and you're like, you know, and at first I heard it coming in like the original, the club mix, the extended mix, and I'm thinking I recognise this, like you know, this tune rings a bell, and then obviously the tune comes in, and then you know when you just hear that melody, which is this one here that I tried to recreate, this one here, so this. So that there is what I tried to recreate. It's similar. I think I might be maybe like just a couple of notes wrong at the end, but I sort of recreated it, tried to make it my own. And I just thought, you know what, it sounds all right, it sounds good. So when I found the vocal to it, I found the vocal to, you know, to it ages ago, and I couldn't do anything with it. You know, I was trying and it just wasn't working out. And then one day I just thought I'm going to give it another go. And this is what I came up with. This is the lover that you are. So some of the key features. So one of the things I did with this that I like, I changed this tune quite a bit as well from when I first originally started it. And I've added a few different various things and tweaked it up a bit. But one of the things I did is so you've got this first breakdown here. So as you can see, it builds up, it comes back in. So obviously, where are we? So you've got this first little drop here. It comes back up. You've got this first verse, then it drops into like the main first breakdown, builds back up, goes into its donks, and then you've got a chorus that comes back in. Then it goes into like this second little breakdown, where there's this like little break beat here that I made myself. So it just goes do, 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 do. You know, it was just a nice little homemade thing. Builds back up and it goes into the second verse. But then instead of going back down into like a main breakdown like this one did, I go into like a chorus, but with all the donks and everything and the melodies, which I thought was quite a cool thing. And then it goes into this like sort of like bigger breakdown where you've got like the melody, the full melody on its own. You've got a bit of a crowd, and then you've got this like sort of main like other chorus that comes in and she sings it a little bit more high pitched, and then this break beat comes in. So this like same break beat that I used just a little earlier on, that do, obviously it comes in, and then we build back up, and then we go straight into one last sort of like chorus with the melody, the full everything. Obviously because I like did this extra chorus bit here, I kept this like final build drop to just to a 16, because originally it was a 32, so there was like this, and then there was 32 of this again, but without the vocal, and then you'd have like the outro to the tune. But you know, because I'd added this extra sort of like chorus bit here, I just thought, why not, you know, to be a bit different as well, so not all my tunes are sort of going in the same layouts as well, and this tune just sounds a little bit different, has its own sort of unique style. So I'm sort of, like I say, I'm very happy with this. It's just something that I need to just sort of maybe like just pinch up on a few little things, maybe change a few little bits, and then we should be ready to maybe, you know, set this one out for like a free download or something. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do with this, but I do like it. I think it's going to go as part of like a donk album that I've got going on, and I'm just looking forward to what we're gonna have planned with this tune as well. So it's something that hopefully won't sound too bad. Once it is actually like fully finally done, it will more than likely go on Layman Productions as well. If it's good enough, just a little free bootleg, free download thing maybe. But it will go as part of this like Donk album that I'm working on as well. And the other tune that I've more or less got finished, which I won't show you because I've shown it on the channel before. It's a tune that I started nearly 2 years ago, and I've tweaked it up so many times and gone back to it and done different things to it that it just doesn't necessarily like, you know, I'm kind of getting bored of it now, and I really just want to get it out there. And it's like, so it's here, it's Standing in the Way of Sweetheart. No, it's not. Sorry, it's Sweet Harmony on My Mind. Sorry, yeah, it's Sweet Harmony on My Mind. Here it is. So there it is. There's a radio edit sample, and there's just a normal on my mind. There's just a few little bits on this. There's like the bass is just a little bit too like distorted on it. Just needs a few little like updates and jam, you know, like a few little fixes. But originally, the Standing in the Way of Sweet Harmony was like what we had. So Standing in the Way of Harmony. So that was actually a version of the tune that I was originally doing, and then I put another vocal to it that just sounded a little bit better. But I might release both of them and have like 2 versions of the tune, and sort of like see how we go. Maybe like just make sort of both tunes the same but different, like with the different, you know what I mean, with the different vocals instead. But I'm not entirely sure. It's just something that I'm not totally certain on just yet. There's a couple of other tunes I'm working on. There's one called Suitcase at the Door, which is a remix of a classic house tune. And then I was also doing a Morning Always Comes Too Soon, but I'm getting someone to re-sing that. So it's going to take a little bit of time because they've never really sang it before. And it's just something that it'd never been remixed before. So I was kind of like, you know what, why not, you know, give it a go. It might work quite well, especially if it's done right. I won't show you them because I don't want to spoil these ones at the moment. I'm also doing a Meter at the Donk Parade, which is a Meter at the Love Parade remix, but I'm not sort of too rushing on this one at the moment because a few people have done it already in the past, and it's just, you know, it's just something that, you know, I can do it in my own time, and it'll probably just be more like one for me because, like I say, a few people have done it in the past, and there's some good remixes of it. There's a really good, I think it's Technicore and JTS. They do like a hard version of it. Goes into a rolling bass. Sounds, it's awesome. It's one of the best remixes of the tune that I've ever heard. We've got what else have we got? We've got oh, I did that one already. What's this one? Oh, Sweetest Ass. That was a Georg Schmid versus Noble one, but it's unreleased at the moment. I think there is a plan to put it on the Layman Productions. We just haven't done it yet. You know, there was another one I was doing as well, and I think I've got to go a bit further. Here we are. Was it Playing with? I think it was Playing with Stones. I can show you this one. This was a drum and bass tune I was working on, I believe. It's not this one. I've just loaded up the wrong one. There was where was it? I'm just trying to. Was it just? There's like 2 Playing with Stones. It might be this one. There was a couple of Playing with Stones because I was gonna do like a normal hardcore one, and then this D&B one just seemed to sound a little bit better. Yes, this is the one. This is the one. So I'll give you a little preview of this one. Actually, it's not completely like, I'm not totally happy with it yet, but I'll give you a little preview. So there's not too much to really say about this. I mean, it goes into a bit of a, if you listen here. So yeah, there's a little out of time vocal there. So it's just like a little, almost like a drum and bass dub of the Bizarre Inc. playing with knives with a little vocal sample from the Playing with Stones version, which was a remix of Playing with Knives that just used the same piano. But what inspired me to do this tune was I've got a sample pack called Cyan Unknown. And there's if you go down into sound and effects, there's like a load of samples. If I can find them, old school stabs here. There's like loads of stabs, and in the stabs, so I don't know. So there. So there was that sound there, and it like instantly it reminded me of the Bizarre Inc. So. So it is the actual sound that she used in her tune, you know, for the Playing with Knives. But there's a few in here. So that is in a, that right there is in a remix of Right Before My Eyes. That there, that's from the Scott Brown Now Is the Time. You know, there's loads of so there, that's in that's from the Two Bad Mice with the bomb scare. So, you know, you get quite a few in them. And this is what gave me the inspiration to do the version that I was doing, you know, of this, just because of them, like, old school stabs. And at the time when I started this, we just released Baby I'll Let You Know, which went down a treat. It was like a D&B version. And I like it, like, if I'm doing a hardcore set, I like to sort of, like, now and again, like, just throw in, like, the odd D&B tune, just to change things up a bit. Like, I like my D&B. I'm not like a major D&B head, so I don't sit there and mix a full D&B set. Although I probably would, because I do like it. But I just, you know, like in mixes, I like other elements of other sounds to come in the mixes. So, like, if someone makes a hardcore tune and then they've got like a break in it that goes into like a D&B section, I like it, like the same with a dubstep section. And I like it in donk as well. So sometimes in donk you'll maybe have like a normal, say like a normal like UK bounce Scouse House donk. And then you'll maybe go into like a section of a tune and it'll have like a Russian donk in it. And, you know, like when songs have different elements that come in and different sections. So when you're doing a mix, it just doesn't sound like the same sound all the way through. And you've got these like different drops and these different sections. And one thing I do like in a tune, I'm a sucker for it, and that is a breakbeat. I love a good breakbeat to come in during a breakdown. And for me, it's just, you know, if a tune can do that, a tune can just do so many different things. And it's a really wonderful thing if it can. So finally, last but not least, I just want to show you this, because this one was kind of me wanting to jump on the bandwagon, and I thought if I don't do it now, someone might do it. I don't know if anybody has actually done it, but that I'm aware of, no one has done this. So a few people have been doing bounce remixes of old school happy hardcore tunes, and yes, they've been doing a few. So some of the ones that I've heard is Rainbow Island, Techno Wonderland, and also Heart of Gold, Rush Hour. Someone even did the Have You Ever Climbed a Mountain, the fun fair. And I think there's been some others that have been done as well. There was also a Toy Town that have been done as well. So one of the ones that I thought about doing, because at first I was going to let's do hardcore vibes, but then I thought it's a bounce tune, not hardcore. You know, how are you going to sort of like do a hardcore vibes bounce version? You know, it could be like Scouse House vibes, you know, if you change the words. So I thought, well, what can I actually do? And then I thought, what about the all-time famous classic, the 99 Red Balloons? So I decided to look for the vocal. I couldn't find a vocal that sounded any good, so I had to rip it from the original tune, but it didn't sound too bad. So this is sort of what I came up with. Only very basically just put the vocal in time. I didn't even go as far as like making the actual tune itself. I just sort of put a kick and a donk together with a clap, and just sort of like decided to see what would go down. So
You and I in a little toy shop, buy back the balloons with the money we've got. Set them free at the break of dawn. One by one, we're gone. Back at base, next to the subway. Flash the message, someone's out there. In the summer sky, 99 red balloons go by.
So I just literally timed up the vocal. That was literally about it. And I just thought I might do something with it. I'm not certain yet. But I just, you know, sometimes I put the idea there, and then if I want to, you know, if I want to carry it on, if I do want to go a little bit further with it, then I'll go a little bit further with it. Be Cool, I was going to do a Be Cool, and then there's no way I'll do Be Cool now because Ashton released a Be Cool version, a rework of it a couple of weeks back. I had to buy it, so I bought it. It's an absolute corker of a tune. I'm not going to lie to you. I could never lie to you. It is by far like the best remix I've heard so far this year. He just absolutely killed it. Everything about it is just absolutely, just I don't even really even know how to say it. It's just absolutely crazy. Come Running, we already released that, but I'm just curious to see what this version is, because I'm a little bit, because I did it, I made an error. Oh, there's actually nothing. Whoa. Alright, there is like loads of sounds missing. Okay. Wow. Wow. There's loads of stuff missing. Yeah, so basically, loads of samples are missing because I had a move around on my PC. Anyway, to cut the story short, when I made the track, I decided to make an intro version as well. So when I make an intro version, I save my project, and then what I do is I copy, I get rid of the 32 bar intro to the song. So basically everything up to the first breakdown I get rid of, delete it, and then I move everything forward. So obviously to make an intro, so I exported it, and then I saved the intro version, because I thought, you know what, I'll keep the intro version so I've got it if ever I need it again, like the project. But silly me, I actually overwrit over the the normal tune project. So like obviously my normal tune project. So you know, if I'm playing the tune like halfway through a set and I mix it in, where it's got like the 32 bar intro, that's obviously. So obviously, you know, I didn't want to do that. But I ended up doing it, so I've lost the actual project where it's got the full tune, you know, the intro, which was a little bit gutting. But there's just so many projects, you know. Better Off with Levels, that was just a little mashup I was doing. Brutal House, that was just a piano that I was learning to write. But I'm a little bit stuck with it. I'll if I just open it, it'll load up very quick. So obviously, if I just get rid of these, so this here, so all the notes are correct, but I've got it at 150. Now, for whatever reason, it plays it like really slow. I think it's because of like the size of the notes, like because obviously it's donk, so you are supposed to shorten the notes, but I'm trying to find out like how to write the melody with the shortened notes, so it'll sound quicker. Because at the moment it's not playing at 150 because the notes are playing in slow motion. So I've got to like actually like it's crazy. So I've got to like I can play it quicker if I play it on a piano, but actually writing it like. But this was going to be a remix of This Brutal House, which is an 80s tune, and I was going to like do a little donk version of it, but you know I just need to play around with this melody, because obviously like if I like I need to like so if I put this like this maybe. Boom. Move this. No. So I need to like maybe like this. Here we go. So I've just got to move them and shorten the notes, I think, so it'll play like quicker. So if I drop this like, it's just at the moment, so. Like this. Yes. Right, that needs to move. There we go. So that would go there like that. That would go probably, I want to say there. Kind of. If I just. It's nearly there. It's not totally there, but obviously when I'm not live, I'll play around with this at some point. Obviously, the Lover That You Are, the Tell It To My Heart, that's like the main ones to sort of work on at the moment. But sometimes I just put like a melody down. So like if I've got an idea for something, I'll put like a very basic foundation. And then if I want to go back and do it, then obviously I'll, you know, I've sort of already got something there. And also it'll remind me as well. And then I'm not thinking, what was that tune that I wanted to do? Do you know what I mean? But, you know, there's quite a lot of things. But anyway, so, yeah, it had been a while since I'd done a FL Studio update video. Like I said, the last one I tried to do a couple of weeks ago, I had some issue in the internet just cut off from my phone, and I remember it because I streamed for like half an hour, and because I was on the FL page, like I previewed the song, I like did the whole stream, and then I'd like talked for ages, and then I went back onto YouTube just to check if everything was running smoothly and the stream had been stopped. And I don't know how long the stream had been stopped. Like, I don't know how long it, like, when it cut off. But all I know is that it cut off, and I think I'd been, like, streaming for ages thinking it was live, but it wasn't actually live. And obviously I hadn't realised, so I'd just been babbling on to not even any form of video or stream, which was like the it was like the funny thing. But like I say, you know, I just thought let's get one done now, while I had the spare time. So tomorrow I'm going into a music studio. It's to do with my appointments that I go to. They've invited me down, so I've got to go there in the afternoon. So I don't know what I've got a few little sort of like things that I think I know I'm going to be doing, but until I actually physically go down tomorrow, which is going to be my first time going down, it's just like 2:30 while 4:30 or something. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be doing, but they've said something about putting on like a rap and hip hop event at the Adelphia in Hull, and they want me to be like a part of it or something, and they want me to like help sort of organise it and put it together. I know I'm going to be doing some stuff like with a band and stuff, and doing like an events manager course and stuff. So you know, I'm going to get sort of very well educated music wise, and it's going to help me out. I've got something else happening as well. I'm doing something very soon, but I can't tell you what that is just yet. It's a big surprise, but when I do tell you it, it's going to be something very good to tell you. And that should be starting anytime soon. I'm just waiting for a phone call to get the go ahead, and then I've got to go and take like some form of like course or something. And then when I've like done the course and I know like something's definitely going to come out of it, and that way I'll be able to let you all know in on what the big secret is. And only a few like close friends and family, they know what it is. Close friend knows what it is because he sort of got me involved with it. Family knows what it is. But there we go. But I'll be sure to keep you guys updated once I'm able to tell you more. Keep an eye out for upcoming gigs as well. I'm sitting on a flyer that is about to be released, but I just haven't had it yet, and I can't share or say anything until it's been released. But anytime now, it's going to get released, so just keep your eyes peeled. I'll be making a stream announcing where and when I'm playing, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Also, if you watch yesterday's stream, you'll know my upcoming gigs. You'll know a lot of the things I'm doing musically wise. So that should be good. If not, go and check that yesterday's stream out. It'll help you out massively. Make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to share, and we will see you guys next time. We'll see you all very soon. I don't know when I'll be live again, but probably when I've got something to update, unless I come live and mix or anything like during the week, but we'll have to see. Sometimes I do it on Facebook, sometimes I do it YouTube. Who knows? Anyway, like, comment, share. Peace out, people.